Hello, welcome back to our channel. So last video we talked about clearing up your credit card debt. And this time we
In this video, we're going to talk about emergency fund.
Yeah.
For those of you, I guess, who would like to get ahead in life financially, I guess emergency fund is something that not a lot of people talk about. People get the concept of saving, but they don't have the concept of emergency fund. As a whole, like we didn't know what emergency fund until we started to it.
Dave Ramsey, thank you. Yeah, I never heard about that. So I always thought it's saving. So parents always say, put some money in your bank. When it's rainy day, you can use it. But when you're younger, what you spend is only travel, shopping,
Impulse purchases.
yes, go out drinking, clubbing. That's all life, right? But now when we have family, is important. Emergency fund is very important, and what we need is just for money for us to exist if we're out of job in accident.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, in anything, we look at it. Our simple method is our emergency fund equivalent to 3 months of your week, 3 months worth of income.
Yes. Or the money that you need to live in this world. Yeah, to survive in here. So your rent, your transportation, your food, anything that you know, or maybe sometimes if accident happen, for example. Car accident, you need to
when
repair.
you go into your emergency fund. So
yes,
something small like that. So some people started small and building their emergency fund big, but we sort of take that a little bit more bigger in our emergency fund.
Because we're a family of 4, so you kind of the breadwinner in the house. So let's say if you in accident, then we are in trouble. So that's why for me, ideally we'll have 6 months of money for emergency fund if anything happened to him or me, let's say, right? But if you're individual person, I think 6 or 3 months is ideal. For example,
minimum is 3 months. More like if it's a single person or a couple with no kids, it's roughly about 3 months. So that's our thing. I say 3 months minimum.
Correct. So if you need $1,000 to survive or just to breathe in this world, then you need around $12,000. For 3 months, or $26,000 for 6 months.
So that's work on based on your income of roughly about $1,000 per week. By the way, so I'll work on that because I think that's the I don't know if that's the average income or so, but I just use that as a standard alone. So if you get paid every week, it's about $1,000
after tax.
Yeah, after tax. So after tax.
Yep.
So whatever you got in your bank, that the company transferred, then times that by 3 months, or times it by 6 months if you have children. A couple have children.
Yeah.
So.
And this money you don't touch it.
Yeah, literally just for emergency. Going to a doctor for children because they needed something emergency. Then yes.
Washing machine broke down.
Oh yeah, that happened to us.
Yeah.
A couple. I don't know how long ago, a few months ago, out of the blue, the washing machine died after 10 years of use. And that's because I guess I'm sure you can relate for the parents out there. We use it every day. Yeah,
I use it twice a day.
So, when you're single, you're probably only doing it once a week. Back then when we were a couple professional, it's only on the weekend that we're doing our washing. But now with children, 4 clothing at least per day, 4 pair of clothing for each person. So that bound to be wear and tear quite quickly. So that's another emergency. For us, we don't have a washing machine. It would be a disaster in a sense.
Exactly.
So other emergency would be car breaking down.
Yes.
So for those of you who are driving an older car, I'm sure you can relate to that. for the towing service or extra expenses during maintenance.
Yeah.
I usually budget a certain amount of dollars, but there's always something that is out of the
Out of your
service.
control, or
That's
that you
it.
can foresee.
That's it.
Yeah, last time you got a car accident.
Yeah,
Oh.
so had a car accident. The excess was about $1,500. Now it was being repaired by the insurance company. It wasn't at my fault, but it wasn't that money wasn't coming out of my pocket because I had insurance, but the other person had to pay a certain.
But she didn't have insurance.
But because he didn't have insurance,
Yeah,
it
she
makes
gotta
it a
pay
little
up.
bit more. That's another emergency because he had to repair her car as well as my car.
And then you try to be nice and
Hmm.
tell her that, and she said what? She didn't have that
Yeah,
money.
I was quite stoked. It was only, I know this might be small amount or big amount for some people, but I was quite shocked that she didn't have that. What was about
$1,500?
Yeah, about $1,500 or so. That she didn't have that money right now as an emergency fund. So that was my big shock. So obviously everyone's a bit different on their income statement or on their income. So having emergency fund is better than not having emergency fund. So our biggest thing would be, again, after paying off a credit card, would be save some for emergency fund.
Yeah, for you to.
You gotta think outside of your norm, your friends or your close friends or relatives in a sense. If you want to stay ahead, we don't go out. We on the weekend we don't drink. We don't go out partying.
Hey, we have kids.
But
before we had
kids, but we weren't like every week.
No.
There's always an event or something like that.
No.
We cancel a lot of we said no to a lot of our friends. And realizes goes, okay, that's not really helpful.
No.
Stop watching a lot of TV.
Yeah, because media or the ad is just telling you what to buy.
Yeah.
And how much you should spending. I would say now we don't watch TV. We don't watch it. I'm sure there's less people. You should watch YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And they're telling you what to buy. That's what they're telling you, not that what you want to know. And marketing, I forgot last time I watched a video about they spend $1 trillion a year on marketing just to read your psychology, to tell you
Companies
what to
will,
buy.
yeah.
Yes. Yes, marketing is really powerful. And when you were young, of course, you want to keep up with the Joneses, or even when you're older, I don't know.
So,
But each one is different, right? Everyone
everyone's
is different.
But for us, you just stay afloat, more like to be comfortable, to not have to worry about money. There's other little things that we have to cut. So we don't have subscription to anything except for the internet. Like monthly subscription on stuff.
About in Australia that we have Foxtel.
Yeah.
Right, Foxtel. I was reading some articles saying actually people who subscribe to Foxtel are people at a lower financial standard, like or like they're lower income bracket. So that is weird that once I read it, because I thought that would be people who can afford it who will subscribe to it, but actually it's people who cannot afford it who subscribe to it.
So again, you got to be different.
Yes.
Other ways to build your emergency fund would be having an automated automated transfer. I did that when I was actually kind of single. When I was single, actually. So I had two different bank account with two different banks, and automatically on my payday transfer a small portion, whether it's $100 or $200 on that payday, automatically before I actually spend it. And I don't have access to that emergency fund details, let's say, until I really, really need it. So that might be something really helpful for people that is building the emergency fund. So
I'm using that now too.
And there's a couple of banks that I know one of them, ING in here in Australia. They do round up, so every time you to the nearest $5 or to the nearest dollars or something. So the idea behind it is literally if you spend, let's say, $4 on a certain transaction, and then that $1 it goes right up to the nearest $5, so that $1 goes transferred to the emergency fund. So that might be something helpful for some people, or instead of
Yeah, for me, I just simply transfer, for example, if I'm using Ubank for my saving or emergency account, because they have a little bit of interest rate paying there, 2 point something %, I can't remember. But then, so I automatic paying each month I put minimum $200 transfer to that account. So each month actually it accumulate and plus interest that I'm getting. So I don't touch that.
So not only you build your emergency fund, you're also
earning interest
on your emergency fund.
Yeah, it's not much, but better than nothing, right? And I can't see the money.
Yeah, and because we don't use it it's not on the same account, so we don't really see it.
It's not my transaction account, not my day-to-day bank account, so I can't really see it. I just check it once a month.
Yeah. So hopefully this will help you guys. Us as a couple, this is what we do in terms of building our emergency fund. Because we sort of open book with each other. I don't have the access to the certain bank account or stuff, but my wife knows, and I can.
I tell you, I show you anyway, right? We normally do calculation. Okay, how much do we have all add up?
Yeah.
And can we spend on this? Can we afford it? So we think before we spend. We don't have impulse. I don't just suddenly buy something without telling him. If I want to buy something, I double check.
And it makes sure if it's a big enough purchase, a high purchase. What is a high purchase though?
What's your high purchase? I don't know. For me, it's over maybe a few $100s.
Yeah, I'd say about $200-300.
I'd say that
about
$200.
$200-300 or so. That's when we sort of have to sit down and go, So
for example, last holiday we went, right? We went.
We went on Hunter Valley for just a weekend trip or so.
Yeah.
We're budgeting. I think it was $1,000.
Yes, correct. So
before
we spend, we talk and see if we can do it, and how many days do we have to take off from our work.
And we make sure that doesn't come out from our emergency fund for the holiday. So we don't want to use that emergency fund for a holiday trip.
Because that's another part of money.
So
that you have to use. Right. Anyway. Maybe next time we can talk about that. How to save for your holiday.
So
that's what I like. Right?
Well, that's the next video.
Yeah, let me know. Let us know. What do you want to hear from us? Or how can you build up your emergency fund, and how much do you think is enough to live in Australia?
I think it's a bit different though, each individual.
Exactly, and
for us, this is us.
Where do you live, right?
This is a story of us.
In Sydney.
In Sydney, anyway. Yeah. So, mind you, we live in Sydney. We live in the middle of the city.
Yeah, kind of.
So, anyway, don't forget to subscribe, comment, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.